Well, children's screen time is back in the spotlight as a new American study reveals that 40% of 2-year-olds now have their own tablet. The report found that screen usage for toddlers is on the rise. Those under the age of 2 spent just over an hour on screens every single day on average, with that figure rising to 3.5 hours a day for children aged between 5 and 8.
Oh my gosh. For more, we're joined by communication expert Ed Coper and journalist Suzanne Mostyn. Hi guys. Ed, first up, this is the 5th version of this report in 14 years and those numbers continue to skyrocket. That's incredible. What do you make of that?
Well, the first thing to note is the advised amount of time for a 2-year-old to spend on a screen per day is 0.
Yeah, right.
Right? So, and there's very good reasons for this. And it's not so much about what the toddler is doing on the screen, it's about what they're not doing. So every minute that a toddler spends looking at a screen, they're not interacting with people around them, they're not exploring, they're not falling over, falling out of trees. That's actually how we develop our brains as humans. And so the neurologists will tell you, you actually can see the brain melting as the more time is spent on screen. So it's a very serious issue. But I've got to say, the woman who wrote that article that you showed, she's got 5 kids. So I'm also not one to judge. If I had 5 kids, I can't guarantee that you have to parent sometimes with a screen because the pressures are increasing on parents. So it's a really hard issue.
Okay. Suze, the study also found that 1 in 4, so 1 in 4 children under the age of 8 have their own smartphone. Should we be delaying the age that preteens even have their own devices?
Absolutely, Carl. It's just based on what Ed just said. I mean, I think we've got to give kids a tech-free childhood. And that's not to say that we didn't have screens. My kids are in their 20s now, and God, they were glued sometimes to the TV screen. Thanks very much, Wiggles. I'm triggered by mashed potato, mashed banana right to this day. But I think the difference is it's not leading to an addiction. It's not leading to damaging social media. And we need to have that face-to-face interaction. I'm not anti-tech, but I think as parents, we have a lot to do to role model good behaviours, not be on social media for 8 hours a day, not posting all the time, putting our kids on there and giving them space to be kids while they're young, because tech will come at them quick enough.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, let's move on. A resident of a Melbourne apartment block has been warned about using his air conditioner at night after receiving a noise complaint from his local council. Now, it turns out there is a rule stating that the using the loud cooling system before 7 a.m. and after 11 p.m. on weekdays and before 9 a.m. on weekends is restricted. Suze, first up, is it someone's right to cool down their house at night if they need to?
Yeah, of course. I mean, you can do that. You can put it on an hour before you go into your room, all the doors and windows closed, and then you turn it off at night and it stays cool for hours. But, you know, I have a problem just generally with other triggering noises. Sure, Wiggles was once, you know, one of those noises, but the main one is the leaf blower. I mean, I think that's far worse than having aircon going. And certainly, you know, a number of my male neighbours over the years have loved, they go, "We're not gonna rake it." No! And they go and get the biggest, nastiest leaf blower. I reckon that's far more disturbing than aircon, isn't it?
Yeah, well, maybe. We've got restrictions around mowing the lawn, loud music in the evenings, now cooling systems. Are noise complaints going too far? I guess the thing is you can have your air conditioner on, but it's got to meet a certain requirement. Yeah, it has to be under a certain decibel.
Exactly. I would say if your air conditioner is keeping your neighbours awake at night, it could be time to go and get it serviced. Probably shouldn't be making that much noise. And also, do we need our air conditioners on at night when it's cool outside of a heat wave? I think we've got to use some common sense there. And of course, you know, regardless of what the council says, if you want to go and talk to your neighbour about their air conditioner, you must remember to keep your cool.
Yeah, nice. I think, Kylie,
Don't get hot under the collar, Ed.
Your solution is the best to this.
What's my solution?
Well, having those 2 large men wearing loincloths fanning you with banana leaves all night. I think that's good.
As long as they do it quietly.
Yes, it's good.
The neighbours are fine. Doesn't wake Tony up.
we power surging women of a certain age, Carl.
It's a win-win. Everyone's happy.
Guys.
Thank you, guys.
Bye.